Bianca Censori was grabbed by a strange man out of nowhere. This infuriated Kanye West, who is now potentially going to get charged for sticking up for his wife.
Kanye West is under investigation for battery.
Guys, this is horrible, super gross, and not cool at all. After Bianca faced this, Kanye is now potentially facing a charge after he laid hands on this dude, and guys, he had every right to protect his wife.
Are you crazy? You insane? This is America.
When we say she was grabbed by a strange man, this is an absolute understatement, but we have to be mindful of how we word things due to the risk of getting flagged. This guy didn't just grab her, he did a lot worse. He put his hands under her dress, directly on her body, he grabbed her waist, he spun her around, and he did more that we can't say due to the risk of being flagged. This is terrible. No one has the right to touch anyone in any way, and Kanye did the right thing by protecting his woman. Kanye and Bianca left the scene immediately after this. Kanye has not yet been charged as investigations continue, but police reportedly want to speak to him, according to TMZ. It hasn't been revealed yet if the guy who did this was charged, but hopefully he is. And I can't believe after this guy did this to them, he had the nerve to go to try to file a charge on Kanye. Some people have speculated that he might have done all of this just at a chance of getting some money from the couple. Pepe Weintraub, who is a TikTok star and actor, said, "Really embarrassing and bad look on LA as a whole. Seems like there's a lack of respect despite what this couple chooses to do. And Kanye is totally right to take action on the bad man. Kanye West needs a break, honestly." I really feel bad that these guys had to go through this. I don't understand why anyone would feel like it's okay to walk up to strangers and treat them like this, and I don't even want to imagine the stress that both of them felt. The guy's lucky he only got struck in the face once, because some people would have done a lot worse. After the alleged incident happened, Bianca and Kanye were seen driving around LA in good spirits, reportedly happy and healthy after a tough night. It's cool that Ye and Bianca are already back out in public so soon after something like this and not letting it hold them down. From the looks of it, the whole incident is the farthest from their mind. Just keep on rolling. This isn't the first time Kanye has had issues with people in public. Earlier in 2022, he was sued after he struck a fan looking for an autograph, Justin Poplawski. According to TMZ, Justin claimed he was waiting outside a hotel to get Kanye's signature when Kanye laid hands on him. He also said that previously Kanye West had given him an autograph without any issues. We don't know what set Kanye off in this instance. Magic Mikey from Magic Mikey's Kitchen weighed in on this. What he had to say was, Kanye West had been known to be an arrogant, self-righteous, and narcissistic man. I think the media hounds him because of all the controversy he creates. To be honest, I think he intentionally creates narratives in order to stay in the spotlight. He knows assaulting someone will get attention, therefore he will act on it. Being a celebrity in the spotlight can't be an easy thing, but it seems like Bianca and Kanye, they do like the attention they get. They've received a lot of flack for the outfits Bianca wears, which is said to most likely be a publicity stunt to promote Kanye's new album Vultures. Adults can present themselves however they choose. Either way, Kanye and Bianca seem to be doing just fine with everything, and hopefully this bad dude gets in trouble for his disgraceful actions. And Kanye should not get charged for defending Bianca. I believe that a situation like this would be traumatizing for both of them, but with mutual support and understanding, they will get past it.
Bianca Censori has finally covered up in public, but it's not as lovely as you might think.
I'm just extremely happy. Can you tell by my face?
Because after the incredibly tough time that Bianca and Kanye have been through recently, this move from Bianca actually makes a lot of sense. Let's get right into why she decided to dress this weird way and what exactly she's trying to hint at.
Yeah. You just shopping around?
Yeah. So Bianca and Kanye West seem pretty distant in their recent outing, according to none other than our favorite body language expert here at FTD News, Judy James. The couple who tied the knot in December 2022 following Kanye's divorce from Kim Kardashian were spotted heading to a spa day for a relaxing Sunday session in their brand new Tesla Cybertruck. So thank you, Elon Musk. What a cool car. It looks like you got a great four-wheeled piece on your hands, Kanye.
It literally breaks the internet. So what are we getting all of the rest of the time?
That's besides the point though, because they were strolling around and they just actually can't seem to stand each other anymore, right? Well, it seems like Bianca looked quite different as she opted for a covered up look while Kanye actually matched his wife this time, not wearing black. This came shortly after Kanye was accused of defending Bianca from an alleged lawsuit, and this is just scratching the surface of the lives of these people because it gets crazier. Bianca, who's obviously both a model and an architect, was wearing this white bodysuit with a turtleneck and shorts, and you're probably like, what? Are you kidding me? This makes no sense. This can't be Bianca, but it is, because her dark hair was pulled back into a bun. But what's happening? Is this a parallel universe? One day you're walking barefoot in Disneyland, running across the tarmac, and there's craziness going on, and the next day you're wearing a sweater in the streets of LA. How?
Hi, Kanye.
Well, the body language expert Judy analyzed these photos exclusively for us and the Mirror, revealing that there is some counterintuitive body language from Bianca and Kanye, noting that their appearance was basically giving off vibes that they might not be as interested in one another as we might think.
When we inspire people, that's what we're doing.
So there's something off, according to Judy, and let's take a deep dive into what exactly is going on and just how terribly wrong it is. She says that Bianca is overdressed to an extreme degree by her own standards, and this should produce some signals of relaxation and increased confidence as she wears shoes that she can walk around with in comfort, leaving her to be more expressive with her body movements. And yeah, I guess when you wear shoes in public, you get to be a little bit more expressive. I never really thought about it that way. Judy added on, saying that she's also visually twinning with Kanye, and they're matching in their white outfits, making them look more like a couple or even a celebrity power couple than ever, which you might expect to see by making her happy. And given their recent circumstances, you might also expect Kanye to be in a very protective role of his wife. Now, this is big news, especially considering all the news about Kanye and the recent court case that he's been involved in, as one of his former employees brought on a court case towards Kanye for the way that Kanye West treated his employees and colleagues alike, while this specific person worked under Kanye West at Yeezy. Apparently, Kanye was an extremely rude employer and boss who made multiple inappropriate remarks and actions towards his employees all the time, and now it's been catching up to him in the court of law. And even more recently, according to a representative from Yeezy, Bianca had experienced an incident of inappropriate action towards her in public. And there were also reports suggesting that Kanye had intervened in a physical confrontation-like manner, with this source commenting that the subject at hand said that they didn't just bump into Bianca, they actually reached under her dress and touched her body, grabbed her waist, and spun her around while blowing her kisses. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a Disney film, but it seems like actually really messed up. So this has been a super rough time for Kanye and Bianca, and could actually explain the clothing decisions that Bianca has been choosing now, and it might be the fact that she's more covered up than usual on purpose. To add on from before, the body language expert Judy claimed that Bianca was walking ahead of Kanye rather than sheltering behind him like she usually does. And there are fewer linking on gestures, sort of like hand holding and hugging, than there have been recently. And as Kanye's even had his hands in his pockets to avoid touching Bianca. So Bianca looks like the more confident and dominant one in this particular situation. And in this recent outing, they weren't just seen smiling because they weren't smiling at all. It was strictly frowns and fast-paced movements away from the camera. So people are starting to wonder if this inappropriate action towards Bianca has ultimately been a super harsh reality check that she actually needed. And that's not to say because it's a good thing, it's just that people seem to believe that had Bianca been more cautious with her clothing choices, then perhaps the incident might not have occurred. And let me tell you, there are some horrible people out there who will take any chance they can to harm strangers and just to fuel their own ego. And of course, it's utterly horrible what happened to Bianca, and no one would ever wish it upon anyone else, not even their worst enemy. And Bianca is a strong woman who should never have had to go through this in the first place, but it's equally as important now for Bianca and Kanye to take appropriate action and measures to prevent something like this from happening ever again. And if that just comes from wearing more clothing, then so be it. Barefoot Bianca.
Hi, Kanye. Yo.
It's an alliteration for the ages, and guys, this is nuts because Bianca finally covered up, but not in the way you would expect, because you would not believe how Bianca decided to wear her outfit while strolling around Disneyland. And yes, you heard me right, Disneyland. I won't stop, won't mess my groove up, 'cause I already know how. You know, the place for kids and families and vacations for those families. Let's talk about this insane showing from Bianca Censori and try to figure out why exactly she would do this. Because Kanye West and his better half decided to ditch all of the madness for a day and hit up old Disneyland on just a regular Tuesday. And Bianca didn't wear anything normal though, no. Even though this is indeed Disneyland, the park for children, Bianca opted in for the non-bread outfit, if you know what I mean, because this is of course the outfit where you put a big beige rectangle that looks like a square of non-bread over the front of your body and pray that it doesn't fly away with the wind.
Well, Bianca Censori and Kanye West enjoyed a date at the happiest place on earth,
Disneyland.
Especially since the average age of people at Disneyland probably comes to around 10 or 11. So you really want to hope that nothing happens, because this is a risky move, Bianca, even for you. And although they seemed to get the celebrity treatment, which included a quick path to the front of any ride they wanted, and a special male bodyguard following them along from behind, if you get my gist. And despite what we're used to, Kanye actually dressed somewhat normally. Because if instead of his usual black on black bank robber ski mask look, he went for a more subtle looking bright white hoodie and some loose pants. It's almost like seeing a unicorn. That's how crazy it was. A Martian unicorn.
What I love telling people is like, who do you know?
But you heard it right though, the man who usually rocks the scene, the fashion scene that is, with really bold fashion choices with his lady, particularly very minimal clothing. They actually kind of opted for a low-profile visit for what we would say is the happiest park on earth. But Bianca was still covered up far more than usual, although apparently not enough according to social media. Because people are stunned that they even let the couple into the park wearing the dress that Bianca was wearing. And honestly, can you really blame them? Especially the fact that she wasn't wearing shoes. And here's what the internet had to say in my favorite segment here on FTD News, Pepe's Perspectives. This person said, "Doesn't Disney have a dress code?" Yeah, Mickey Mouse ears and nothing else. Any non-celebrity would not be able to wear that in the parks. I agree, commenter. It's a very fair point. I don't really have much else to add. This person says they let her in like that with a confused face emoji. Well, maybe they weren't let in, maybe they snuck in, just like how they snuck into the Super Bowl or the Super Bowl after party. And last but not least, this person said if any other people dressed like that, they'd make her wear Disney clothes just to cover her up. Just imagine Bianca Censori strolling around in a big Minnie Mouse graphic tee. See, this would actually break the internet in a weird way because it might be considered the most off-brand fashion choice that she's ever made, and absolutely not in the way that you would expect. So what do you think? Should they have been allowed to post up in the Disneyland park wearing those outfits? And what happened to the no shoes, no shirt, no service rule? Have we really moved past this in 2024? Because even though Bianca wasn't wearing her typical outfit of nothingness, although it was relatively close, she did end up stirring the pot and have people question her sanity, because why would she choose to wear no shoes while walking around the park and instead actually just wrap up her feet and ankles in what looks like the tensor bandage route instead of shoes? Which is very respectable, I must say, because I don't think anyone else would have the chutzpah to do that, but nonetheless very intriguing. And I just want to take a moment to remind you all that this is once again Disneyland, not your local park. So it's probably not comfortable to stroll around a bunch of pavement and loose rocks without shoes on. But hey, whatever draws the attention, right? Because it's also not the streets of LA where you can get away with wearing these crazy outfits and not be surrounded by a bunch of children all the time. And it's also not the first time that Bianca was seen strolling the public barefoot. So maybe Barefoot Bianca is the name that we should start calling her. And the best part? No entourage of kids tagging alongside them. It was just the two of them navigating the madness of Disney, just like regular folks do. So I guess it really is a place of fun for all ages. Meanwhile, Kanye West was also spotted trying on some Mickey Mouse ears and... No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't even lie about that. It's too ridiculous. So what are you guys thinking? Was this an appropriate showing for Disneyland? Do you believe that this was really a kiddo appropriate look, and should Bianca have even been let into the park without shoes on? Is this what we would call ratchet these days? Let me know your thoughts and how you feel about it in the comments below.